Right, Year 9 Intermediate Revision for Test 1. The first topic on your test is Pythagoras Theorem. So what we're going to be doing now is going through Pythagoras Theorem. Pythagoras Theorem has got two types. Okay, there's either finding the hypotenuse, which is the longer side, or it's finding the shorter side. When we're doing Pythagoras Theorem, it's used in right angle triangles. It's very important you know that. It's used in right angle triangles. All right, you know two sides and want to find the third side. It's level 7, so it's a nice standard of work. So you know two sides and want to find the third side. So, how do you use Pythagoras? First of all, if I'm finding the longer side, the hypotenuse, I'm going to start by finding the hypotenuse. So when I'm finding the hypotenuse, first thing you need to know is the right angle triangle, okay, is where it makes like an L shape. Opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse. If I am finding the hypotenuse, what happens is I know two sides and want to find the third side. So if I'm asking you to find the value of x to one decimal place, when you're finding the hypotenuse, there's a little song you should remember, okay? Square, square, add square root, square, square, add square root, square, square, add square root to find the hypotenuse. So what are we putting in, all right, is square, square, add square root. So square, square, add square root. So when I'm working this one out, you type in the biggest number, 8, so it's 8 squared. Type in the other one, 5 squared. Work them out. If you remember, squared on your calculator means times itself, or there's an x2 button, x squared. So type in 8 squared equals. So 8 squared is 64. 5 squared equals 25. Add them together. So 64 add 25 is 89. And then to find the length of the hypotenuse, square root means it's like, it looks like that, it looks like a funny Nike sign. You press the square root button and 89 equals. That comes up as 9.433. When you're rounding that to one decimal place, we go that we want it to, it's either going to be 9.4 or 9.5. We go to 1 after the decimal point. To decide whether it stays as 9.4, you look at the next digit. If the next digit is 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, it stays as 9.4. If it's 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, it goes up 1. So the answer to that one is 9.4 centimeters. That is type 1, where you find in the hypotenuse. Type 2, where you find in the shorter side. This time, you know the hypotenuse. All right? You know the hypotenuse, so you're working backwards. So if I draw a right angle triangle, that's 12 centimeters, that's 8 centimeters, and this time I'm finding this one. I'm drawing my arrow opposite the right angle, and I know the hypotenuse now. So I'm going to be working backwards to find the shorter side. So this time, I'm going to be doing square, square, and instead of adding, now I'm finding one of the other two sides. So it becomes square, square, subtract square root, square, square, subtract square root, square, square, subtract square root to find the shorter side. So it's square, square, subtract square root. So when I'm working this one out, biggest number first, 12 squared, then 8 squared. Work them out. Subtract means take them away, and then square root the answer. So it's similar to last time. When you're finding the hypotenuse, it's add. When you're finding the shorter side, it's subtract. So using your calculator, 12 squared is 144. 8 squared is 64. I would then use my calculator to take them away. So 144 take away 64 is 80. And then it's a square root of 80. So I'm going to type, that's going to be very close to 9, because 9 nines are 81. So I'm going to type in square root of 80, and this one comes up as 8.94. So it's either going to be 8.9 or it goes up to 9.0. I look at the next digit, it's a 4, so I round it down so it stays as 8.9. So this one becomes 8.9 centimeters. What I'd like you to do, once you've got them 2 examples, I'm going to give you 2 of these questions to try. One of them is going to be finding the hypotenuse, and one of them is going to be finding the shorter side. So let's have a little quick go at these 2 questions for me, please. You're finding P on the first one. And on the second one, you're finding Q. Good luck.